Hi everyone! Starting with August 9th, Catalog service for Adobe Commerce beta version is available and ready to be used. On this section, we're going to present the steps that will allow you to use this new service. In order to be able to follow the next steps, make sure to check the prerequisites from the documentation first. There are two ways of starting the onboarding, either CLI or Git. For our presentation, we are going to use the CLI option, but if you want to use Git, then make sure to have your SSH key set up. Start by logging in with the following command, which is Magento Cloud Login, and then, when the browser opens, make sure to authorize the Magento request. Now you are logged in and you are ready to follow the next steps. As I've previously mentioned, I'm going to use the CLI command on this demo. That means that I have to go to the Magento instance and copy the CLI command and then run it into my terminal. On this step, you can change the name of the directory, or you can just hit enter, and that way the default name will be used. Now, you have the project successfully downloaded on your local machine. The next step is to open your project using your favorite IDE, and then go to composer.json. Here, make sure that the main repository is repo.magento.com, as you can see here. Under the Require section, you have to add the following packages. I do have two that are duplicates here, but I'm going to remove them. Now, save the file and run Composer Update. This command downloads all the required packages to the vendor directory. It is useful for checking locally that the configuration is correct, as on Magento it runs automatically. After the command has run, you can see that Composer log file was also modified. You now have to commit and push both files to your main branch so that the update and install are run and the updates are applied. You can now access the instance by using the environment route created, followed by /admin. You will have to sign in to your admin account and use the multiple factor authentication if needed. Go to System, and under Services, you will find Commerce Services Connector. In order to be able to use the service, you have to generate two API key pairs. You have to log into your Commerce account and under the Magento tab, select API Portal on the sidebar. You will have to generate your keys for each environment, Sandbox and Production. Enter a name in the API key section and click Add New. Repeat these steps for both your environments and make sure to save the keys on your local machine, as you will not be able to access them anymore once you close the section. Go back to your Commerce Services connector and use the API key pairs that you've generated. First, configure the Sandbox key section. Copy the public one from your Commerce account and paste it into the corresponding input. The private one will be the one that you've downloaded on your local machine on the previous step. Do the same thing for your Production Keys section. Copy the public one from your Commerce account and the private one will be the one you've downloaded. You must now configure the SaaS identifier, which is going to be your own project. Add the desired name, hit Create button, and then you have to select the data space, which for us is going to be Production. To ensure that Catalog Expert is running correctly, you have to go to System Index Management and confirm that the cron jobs and the indexers are running and that the next indexers are set to update by schedule. These are Catalog Attributes Feed, Product Feed, Product Overrides Feed, and Product Variant Feed. After this setup is complete, Commerce Instance connects to Commerce Services and the Catalog Sync process exports product data from your Commerce server to Commerce Services. We're going to demonstrate now how to use the APIs. First, make sure to import the collection and the environment files posted on the public Slack channel. We must now configure the environment ID and the API key so that it suits your project. The environment ID will be taken from the Magento instance. You have to go to Commerce Services connector, SAS identifier, and copy the data space ID. For the API key, contact the Storefront Catalog team members using the open source Slack channel, and one will be provided for you. Now that the environment is set up, you can test the requests from the collection. Make sure to select the configured environment from the Postman interface first. Start with the product query, which will give you details about specific products based on the SKU list provided as GraphQL variables. You can see details as name, description, images, or prices, all of which you can update through the Magento instance. The next one is the search query. This one will give you details about the products based on the search term provided. The refined products query will give you the filtered products based on the option IDs provided. For the complex product in this example, the results will be filtered based on the color provided as an option ID, this returning all the other size variants for this selection. Thank you for your attention and make sure to join our Slack channel for more information.